Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duxy and I'm super excited to say that today we are watching a One Piece video. Now I know I haven't said that sentence in a while and I'm sorry about that. I've just been so fixated on other projects I've been working on. For example, the Generations of Pokemon video that came out recently, and obviously not forgetting the arc by arc review of One Piece, which, do not worry, I haven't forgotten about. They just take a large amount of effort and a lot of time, so I want them to be perfect and done correctly. But that isn't important today. What is important today is we are watching a video by the amazing creator Emoto called the 20 Worst Devil Fruits in One Piece. Now honestly, I wanted to watch this video about a month ago when it first came out, but I saw the thumbnail and to be honest with you, I didn't recognize half the characters in the thumbnail, so I thought it's probably better that I don't watch it and spoil it for myself going forward, so I did the smart thing. I sat and I watched more One Piece, and now that I'm 900 plus episodes deep into it, I think I can mostly get away with it because I recognize 99% of the thumbnail. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to watch it and see if we agree with the 20 worst devil fruits. Maybe there's some in there that we think are useful, maybe we think some are rated too low or too high or whatever. It's totally subjective, and you guys hopefully can let me know in the comments if you agree or if there's any missed from the video. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. And if you really enjoy it and want to see more stuff that I've made, hit the bell and you'll get notified every single time I make a video. Thank you. I'm also going to leave a link to the original video in the description below, so please check out Emoto's channel if you haven't already. With all that being said, let's see what the top 20 worst devil fruits in One Piece are. Okay, we're going straight in. Hello.
Like first, there's a devil fruit that does nothing.
Go ahead. That's the one chopper rate, right?
Now 99% of One Piece characters are human already.
Already
so
human, yeah.
Fruit, nothing would happen.
Right.
The devil fruit curse would make them lose their ability to swim.
So it's just a detriment, really.
It's the most useless fruit by far.
Hmm.
Luckily, Chopper's the one who ate this fruit.
I remember
and was able to turn
this.
into a cute talking reindeer.
Okay, I would agree that is kind of useless immediately.
It has the lame power to turn garbage into clothing.
Okay.
It might sound useful, but it's horrible for a pirate because it's useless in a fight. The worst part is that if you take off the clothes for even a second, they revert back to garbage.
Okay, hold on. I don't think that's as useless as you might think. Like, okay, if we're going purely on a fighting standpoint, yeah, that would be quite trash. No pun intended. But if we're talking like on a general life scale, you can turn trash into clothes. And that's really useful. Like, imagine you're poor. You ain't got no gold, you ain't got no money. Trash. Hey, it's a jacket. Hey, it's a pair of trousers. Hey, it's a pair of shoes. That's kind of cool. Like, if you're cold, you're stuck in, like, I don't know, Antarctica. That would be the most useful thing in the world. You're getting warm. You're getting drippy warmness. And that's really cool. So I don't think that's actually very useless, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm going to get blown away by some more details here.
But as weak as this fruit is, whoever eats it will have unmatched.
I rest my case.
To an even worse devil fruit that gives you the ability to turn into a jacket.
Again,
That
useful.
This fruit gets even lamer, because even though it allows you to mind control people who wear the jacket,
Plus side.
mind control only works if the person agrees to it, which has
Okay.
to be the lamest power out there, because who the heck is fine with being mind controlled?
If you're in like a tag team fight, they would be okay with it.
Gives the user the ability to turn anything into food.
But it tastes like ass, right?
Castle into a cake. But while this sounds awesome, this fruit has one deadly problem. Because according to the pirate Big Mom,
I remember this. I saw this recently.
Tastes horrible. In fact, the guy who has this fruit is a chef, but even he doesn't like using it for cooking.
Yeah. But if you are like legitimately starving, yeah, maybe it would taste like butt cheeks, but it's still food. It's sustenance, man. You're going to stay alive. That's the main thing. We eat to survive. Like, yeah, we might enjoy it, or yeah, we might have things like, oh, I really like pizza, or I really like steak, or I'm vegan, or whatever. Ultimately, if your life depended on it, you're eating this trashy food. Like, if I could turn, like, I don't know, my Nintendo Switch into a sandwich, 90% of the time, if I was going to die, I probably would do it. I love my Switch, but I'm a hungry boy, and life's quite good if you really make the most of it, so I don't think that's useless either. I feel like she's talking about it from a fighting perspective, and that changes the game if it's purely from a fighting perspective. But I'm looking at this in a different way. I'm looking at this like general usefulness. Like, honestly, there's a lot of devil fruits in this show that probably would be horrible in a fight, but they'd be quite useful in other situations. That's the way I'm looking at it, at least.
Is one thing that might make this devil fruit overpowered, because if this devil fruit can turn humans into food, then that would
There's a lot of people I don't like.
Anytime you go against
That's all I'm gonna say.
you could transform them into cake and get rid of them forever. Unfortunately, it hasn't been confirmed if the devil fruit can do this.
No, that would change my opinion.
Well, that brings us to the butter fruit, and while the previous devil fruit could create any food, this one can only make butter.
I eat a lot of toast.
And worse. To be fair, it also has the ability to control butter, which could be
I
used to
rest
make
my
your actions
case.
slip, but at the end of
You
the
could
day,
put it on
it's just
bread.
butter. No matter how much mastery you have
Hungry
over
food.
it's pretty hard to make a weapon out of grease.
No, it's not.
While
Don't
Roblox
lie.
is full of
Freeze
cool
it.
devil fruits, there are a couple people out there who find creative ways to use these abilities, and the biscuit fruit is the best example.
Is this Charlotte Cracker?
Just like the previous fruits in this list, it has a lame food power, only allowing you to make.
If this is Charlotte Cracker, this is not lame at all.
User found a way to make this terrible power amazing.
They got like soldier shields. Yeah.
These guys do whatever he needs, including attacking enemies, fetching things for him, and defending Biscuit.
So how is this useless?
Can make this power even stronger because he can use hockey to reinforce his cracker army, making them even harder.
Okay, so why is it bad?
Honestly, the way he uses his fruit makes you forget how trash it
It's
really
not
is.
trash. It's only trash if you're fighting Luffy, because Luffy eats everything. Like, most logical human beings, or most normal human beings, I should say, can't eat about 10,000 crackers that are like 5 foot long. So really, in a genuine sense, against most pirates, that'd be quite good. Like, not everyone has the stomach of Luffy or the ability to make rain like Nami, which to like soften the crackers. So again, I don't think it's that bad. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. I just want to kind of have an input into this because I don't agree thus far. There's a couple that I could see the argument for, but this one, no. This is genuinely useful. I appreciate this one.
The devil fruit that almost had the worst powers.
Go
in
on.
One Piece, the bomb fruit. See, this
Yeah,
devil fruit
this
has the ability
is
to
bad.
turn any part of your body into a bomb, which, when it explodes, injures everyone nearby, except the user of the devil.
Okay, so I'm fine.
Technically speaking, this devil fruit doesn't make sense because why wouldn't the explosion also affect?
Because you're
the
immune
user
to
with
it,
some sort of
I think.
special explosion. It's normal, but it still doesn't affect the user. So if the creator of One Piece was logically making this fruit, it would probably be the #1 worst devil fruit.
Not necessarily.
Because if you used it even once, the explosion would end you.
Yeah, but it doesn't, so it's not bad. It doesn't hurt you.
Like the fruit that powers up your enemies, or the fruit that ruins your life. But first, let's talk about the devil fruit that actually injures you.
Yeah, this is bad.
The bullet fruit only works if you hurt yourself. See, this fruit lets you create little dongo balls, which are basically
Food.
sugary rice
Food.
balls. But every time you want one, you need to pinch your cheeks super hard.
I mean,
in fact, if you use this
there you go.
too often, your cheeks will start bleeding.
I'm okay with that. Food. I'm a fat boy at heart.
But it does have a pretty unique power, because if you feed these dongo balls to an animal, it'll follow your orders for a month. Now, this devil
Even
fruit
more
does have
reasons.
potential, because if you feed the dongo balls to a strong creature like
Or a
dragon,
dog.
you could technically build a deadly army.
Or a
But
companion.
If you can't find any strong animals, you're basically left defenseless in a fight, which keeps this devil fruit on our list.
Okay, I can get that one, but I like food, so.
We gotta mention the pump fruit, the only devil fruit that makes your enemy stronger.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
Devil fruit turns you into a motivational speaker, and every time you hype someone up, their fighting spirit will increase, and they'll even get stronger. This devil
Well,
fruit's biggest weakness, though,
actually.
is that if the enemy side hears your motivational speaking, they'll also get stronger.
Okay, yeah, I see the problem.
Your chances of winning a battle.
I see the problem, but if you only use it when you're like rallying up your own army and you do it in kind of secluded positions, it would buff your army and not your enemy. I know that's very circumstantial, but it's just there are ways to make it useful. But generally, no, I would say that's quite poo. Mainly because if it powers up your enemy, like, you don't want Kaido getting stronger, you don't want Big Mom getting stronger. So, yeah, probably not a good idea. The Pile fruit, I know that one, because that's the Charlottes where they all fuse together.
See, this fruit gives the user the ability
Yeah.
to combine with other people to get
Kinda sucks if you're solo though, I
Not
suppose.
enough people together, this fruit would have the potential to become the strongest power in the
Definitely.
world. But if you don't have any friends, this power is completely
Okay.
useless. Dang, even devil reminding me how lonely
Me
am.
too, Emoto, me too. I do have a question though. Obviously, it's a fruit that fuses you with other living beings, such as your friends, or as we've seen in One Piece, your family. Would it work if you fused with other living beings, not necessarily human? For example, Cake Island has a lot of random living things, such as trees, rocks, and plants, and mushrooms, and whatever else. Yes, technically speaking, they're homies made by Big Mum, but they still have a soul in them. So could you fuse with them and increase your strength? Or does it not work like that? Like, there's nothing saying it doesn't work like that, but there's also nothing saying it does work like that. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I'm just deep diving in my brain and I thought of a potential loophole. I don't know.
Now this next devil
I
fruit
have
is so
never seen this
trash,
before
it
in my
doesn't
life.
have a name. It belongs to this
Who are
guy
you?
who briefly showed up
Oh,
in Marineford War.
never noticed
They
him.
gave him the power to turn into a caterpillar.
Mm.
Listen, out of all the transformations he could have gotten, this guy really became a caterpillar?
You can turn into a beautiful butterfly.
Now at number 12, we have the Stitch fruit. As its name suggests, this fruit lets the user stitch things together.
That
This would be
is
an amazing ability
not
if
useless.
you were an art teacher. But in a fight against deadly pirates, this fruit is
It's
just
not all about fighting though. Like, yeah, okay, it wouldn't work in a fight against deadly pirates. Well, unless you like stitch them together like some human centipede stuff. But beyond that, yes, it wouldn't work in a fight. But like, if you gain a bit of weight, like I have, and your pants start ripping and your shirts don't fit anymore, or like you get a hole in them, stitch it right up. I see so many uses for a lot of these fruits. Now, I'm probably not doing what the video wants me to do because I'm genuinely assuming it's about fighting, but it was never specified. And like I said earlier, I can find uses for a lot of these fruits. This would fix my socks in an instant, and I love that. Like, you want to knit me a sweater? You got the stitch fruit. You want to fix your socks that have got a giant hole in them? The stitch fruit. You want to, like, I don't know, fix that hole that's in your crotch on your damn trousers? The stitch fruit. There's so many uses here. Maybe I'm either big braining this or I'm dumb as hell. You tell me in the comments, because it's probably the latter. I'm not going to lie to you.
At least it doesn't
Is that
have the
brulee?
dumbest weakness in One Piece, 'cause that's the problem that the mirror
It's
mirror
brulee,
has.
okay.
See, this fruit
Okay.
was eaten by Brulee,
Yep.
and it gave her the ability to
Travel through
into the
mirrors.
mirror dimension.
I don't
Not
think that's
only
that
goes from
useless.
mirror to mirror in a
That sounds like
flash,
quite useful to
this
me.
is a super useful ability,
Yeah.
but it also comes with a giant weakness since Brulee's enemies can also access the mirror dimension,
Yeah.
meaning that they can chase and capture her.
Which is exactly what
This is
happened, actually.
what
Yep,
Lupin
that's
Straw had to
exactly
do,
how she got
capturing
caught.
and then forcing her to use her devil fruit
But
for them.
it still has uses, though.
That this isn't even the most embarrassing weakness a devil fruit has.
Oh?
Because I gotta give that title to the Berry Berry no Me, a devil fruit that turns you into a bunch of balls. This power
I
is
mean-
horrible because once you turn into the balls, all you can do is just weakly bounce at your enemies.
I'm
and
struggling to
if
find a
you
plus side to
turn
this
the
one, I
balls,
can't lie.
You can never turn back into a human.
Yeah, no.
This power is like the worst
Not for
version of
me.
Buggy the
Yeah,
Cloud's devil
it's a
fruit.
budget
He
buggy.
split his body into multiple pieces, but at least he still has control over his body parts. Dang, imagine living the rest of your life as a floating ball. Now,
I don't
one
want
of
to.
the weakest devil fruits in this video is the one that lets you live 2 lives. The
You
fruit
do
works like
not
this.
badmouth
Step
Brooke.
1, die. Step 2, become a ghost. Step 3, find your
I'm
body
not having
and
this.
boom, you're back good as new. Dang, you get a second life for free.
Yeah?
Must be a weak fruit. Well, before dying, you'll have no powers. The only thing you get from this fruit is the
Eternal
devil
life.
fruit curse, which makes
And you
lose
can't
the
swim.
ability to swim.
Yeah.
Meaning that this fruit is only useful if you already have some sort of power like hockey.
But, you do become a cool guitar playing Soul King skeleton that asks people to see their panties. Now, I don't know about you, but I like Brooke a lot. So, that's not the worst situation in the world. Like, you get to be a skeleton, you get to say yo ha 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 in a really high pitched thing that I can't do, and you play music. That's a pretty sweet life, if you ask me. Like, you can eat what you want, you can't die. You can't have an ear infection, you ain't got no ears. You can't hurt your eyes, you ain't got any eyes. Your teeth can't fall out, you ain't got any teeth. It's a pretty good life, honestly. Apart from the fact if someone breaks your bones, you kind of just... But other than that, it's pretty good. Like, just bubble wrap yourself. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay.
And before you get excited, this
Mm.
isn't the Pokemon fruit.
I didn't think it did.
Pocket fruit, creating pockets all over.
Where is this useless?
These things have unlimited storage and can
Uh-huh.
store anything. What's crazier is that the creator of One Piece once revealed that if Usopp had a devil
It would be that
fruit,
one.
this is the
I
one
have
he's
seen
gonna
that
have.
interview.
Now that's nice and all, but the problem with this devil fruit is that it's just so weak compared to others in the show. You've got Ace's fire devil fruit.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
strong.
poison.
That's also very strong.
Even Luffy's god
I
fruit. But the
haven't
devil
seen
fruit
that, but I
has
knew
the
it
power of
existed.
pockets. At the end of the day, it's really just a glorified backpack.
But it depends what you put in the pocket. If I was to put, like, I don't know, if you were to fight someone, and since it's unlimited space, this pocket, if you put, like, I don't know, a nuclear weapon in there, or like a vial of sulfuric acid, and just yeeted it at someone's head, that'd be quite effective in a fight, wouldn't you say? Like a nuclear weapon, especially. What else could you put? Chainsaws? Guns? Just pull out like 15 SMGs and just at everyone? There is a lot of use for this. I think it just depends on how smart the person who has the devil fruit power is. Like, if you're really stupid and you just pull out like a giant hammer, as we just saw there, and you miss because you're slow as tar, yeah, you're pretty screwed. But if you pull out a heat-seeking missile, suddenly it's not that bad of a power. But beyond fighting and taking it into a real life setting, I would bring my dogs with me everywhere. Like, hey, gone to the gym, don't want to leave your dogs at home, stick them in the pockets. Have a partner that's really clingy, stick her in the pocket. There's so many things you can do with these damn pockets. So I don't think this one is very fair. This should be a lot lower. Actually, I wouldn't even put it on the list. This is hella useful. Just not in a fight. Circumstantially. Who knows?
Let's talk about the only fruit that can be defeated by a little rain. The bubble.
Yeah, this one sucks.
Bubbles that wash away your enemy's strength, meaning that the strongest fighters can be turned into.
But it does make him look funny.
This fruit has one fatal weakness.
Yeah,
that
water.
makes it one of the
Water bad.
weakest fruits.
Water bad.
It's weak to all
Mhm.
water. Usually, a devil fruit user can be beat with a body of water.
This is
but
just
the
like
bubble
water gun.
fruit can be beat with a splash. of
Yeah.
water. How are you gonna try to fight someone when you lose to a puddle? Now there are
That's a fair
multiple
argument.
fruits that are worse than you might realize.
Very fair
And
argument.
So many devil fruit users are so cool that us fans forget
That
these fruits
Corazon.
are just
Do not badmouth him. He was lovely to lure.
exactly what happens with Corazon, who ate the calm.
Yeah.
This made him a silent human, giving him the ability to
Did my sound just go?
zero
Oh,
sound.
screw you! I fell for
Is
that.
that it can help you sneak around, but besides
God
that,
damn it.
it's not giving you any powers that will help you in a one-on-one.
Incorrect. I disagree with that one heavily. Firstly, screw you, Emoto. That was horrible because I actually fell for that and I thought my headset stopped working. It didn't. It's just you being smart with a calm fruit. I get it. I'm not that dumb. I am that dumb. But I'm not that dumb. Shut up. Secondly, I can find you a use for this and I guarantee it would work. And I'll tell you exactly what it is. You're having an argument with your best friend. You're sick of their shit. Calm fruit. Done. You ain't got to never listen to them again until you're ready. They don't know you got this power, so you're nodding. Just nod. Pretend you're nodding. They might get angry at you, but you can't hear them. And it's wonderful. You get peace and quiet, and everything's a happy day for you. Or you're having a really stupid argument with your partner, and he, she, or they have a big old rant at you. You can just mute them. You ain't never got to listen to it again until you're ready to have that conversation. P.S. Please do not take this advice because that's horrendously toxic. Have a conversation with your partner. I know devil fruits aren't real, but if for any bizarre reason the world goes into the Twilight Zone and devil fruits become real and you get this power, please do not mute your friends or your partners. I was trying to make a joke, but I realized that people will take that a different way. Do not mute your partners. Converse, love, be happy. Anyway, back to the devil fruit. It has a use. I'm pretty sure it has a use. You can find something for it. Maybe you can mute music if you're listening to it at night and like your parents want you to shut up. Mute, done. You are free as an elf. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws on this one, man. Like, it's kind of useless. I just like Horizon, honestly.
There is a devil fruit out there
Oh.
that's so weak, it never made it into the anime.
There is?
This is the wheel fruit. With the
I have not
ability
heard of
to
this
turn
one.
its users' arms into spinning wheels. At first, it sounds like this could have some deadly attacks.
I can see a use there.
This fruit in action, it couldn't even lay a scratch on Frankie. The guy who ate the fruit was so irrelevant, he only showed up in one panel of the manga. And because
Right.
of this, the anime completely roasted him. Because instead of giving him his devil fruit, they just made him a regular guy whose only weapon was a sword. Really
Nobody character is fine.
They weren't worth animating.
Now, this is pretty useless, I can't lie, but there is a factor that determines how useless it is. Can you use your arms like a car? Like, if I was to turn all my limbs into wheels, can I drive myself? Because if I can drive myself, you could use it in a fight, because you could just like hit and run people and then reverse over them, and you'd win eventually. It would take you a while, but you'd win eventually. But in a general sense, this could have a use. Say you don't drive and you need to get from A to B. Assuming the logic that you can drive yourself, turn your body into wheels and just zoom me off to your destination. If that is a viable tactic, then yes, I see a use for it. Probably not in a fight though, like I said, short of running them over, but any good fighter will just move out of the way and just give you a kick or something. It wouldn't work well against like Ace's power or Luffy's power or basically anyone's power, let's be brutally honest. Yeah, it's useless. I can't fight this one, man, it's useless.
The weakest devil fruits out there are definitely the smiles.
I would agree with this, because they're made by that Caesar Clown, aren't they?
Now, I know what you're thinking. Emoto, you're crazy. These devil fruits are super powerful.
If they work,
are strong,
like
but
90% of them don't work.
most of these fruits don't work.
Yeah.
The user doesn't get any powers and is left with a creepy smile.
Yeah, no, this is
for the rest of their
pointless.
life. No matter how angry or depressed you get, you'll be forced to keep smiling through the pain. To make things worse,
Yeah.
eat these failed smiles also get the devil fruit's curse, the inability to swim.
Yeah, that's where
So if
it
you
becomes
lose devil
trash.
fruit, you might not get any powers, will be forced to smile forever,
And you can't swim.
won't be able to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this devil fruit wins the title.
Yeah, that one's kind of pointless. I apologize, I did cut the end of that video. It was Emoto saying to go subscribe to their channel, which I highly suggest you do, because they do make very, very, very informative and well-made content, as you just saw yourself. Even if I disagree with their list, which is fine, man, it's subjective, they're still a very, very cool channel to follow and subscribe to, so please feel free to do that. Like I said, description below. But moving on to the actual list, I do think there was a slight mix-up between number 20 and number 1, because Smile was number 1, but Smile has a use at least like 5, maybe 6% of the time, because you'll get really powerful. Yes, the downside is the other 94% make you smile like a lunatic and you lose the ability to swim, whereas the one at number 20 literally only turns you human. And as Emoto correctly said, a large proportion of the cast of One Piece are human, so this would do nothing for like 99% of the people in there, and you'd still lose the ability to swim. So I would probably switch them, because Smile at least has a use occasionally. Rarely, but it has a use at some point. This one just doesn't. There is no benefit to being human if you can be like a fish man, where you get all the strength and all the speed and you can swim, and you get what I'm saying, right? But all in all, I agree with some of it. Like, as much as I like Corazon, I do agree the Cancan fruit's not going to benefit you that much unless you have a migraine and you really need to shut stuff off. That's where it's beneficial, but that's a very niche exception to the rule. The pockets, I totally disagree with that. I've been very vocal about this. I see a complete use there, so I'm not going to go back into it. But the wheels and turning into bouncy balls, I completely understand. Like, why would you want to be a pile of bouncy balls? If you're fighting this person and they turn into a pile of balls, just steal one of them. They're screwed. They will never become whole again, and life would go on. Not for them, but for you it definitely would, and you could just walk away with your head held high. It's the easiest fight in the world, and you can only do it once. But no, honestly, I enjoyed it. I had fun talking about it. I learned a bit. Like, I didn't know about the guy with wheels because I haven't finished the manga, so I just never saw that before. And I didn't know that a dude could turn into a caterpillar. That's a new one to me, but again, I find a use there. Turn into a caterpillar, pupate, butterfly, fly away. Small problem, you have like 2 weeks to live at that point, because butterflies do not live long, but you can say, man, you can say you became a butterfly. That's kind of a cool trick to be able to do, but I agree it's probably not the most helpful. It'd be really cool for 2 weeks, or maybe 20 seconds if a bird eats you, or a fox attacks you, or something happens. You hit a tree, who knows? But on the whole, I enjoyed it. I'd like you guys, if you could, to let me know in the comments what you think the worst devil fruit is, because I agree it's probably the human one or the smile. they're both pretty useless. Although that Will one really does give it a run for its money. But I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments what you guys think the worst one is. And while we're at it, tell me what the best one is as well. Have a little conversation because I love conversing with you guys. So until next time, guys, I'm Doxy. Have a great day. And I'll see you soon for more One Piece content. Peace out.